Good morning. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and Friends. That's what I should have called it. It's Crochet with Lulu and Friends. Bixby says good morning. Biggs, say hello. Say hello. And then Sophie is behind me. How's everybody doing? It's a gorgeous, beautiful day here in Middle Tennessee. It is cold for us. It's in the 40s, I'm thinking. I've not checked my app the last little bit, but I know it was supposed to be in the 40s today. We've had up and down weather this week. It's been in the 60s, and then it'll drop to 50s, and then 40s and 30s, and so it's kind of a bouncy yo-yo roller coaster type thing, but it's beautiful. It's one of those days, the wind is up, but it's one of those days you want to sit with your jacket on and a good hot jar of coffee. That's what I'm fixing to go have my second jar of coffee. I've done wolfed that one down. This week has been a week of treats. My son took his father and I to breakfast Thursday morning, and that was really nice. Just, you know, sitting together and enjoying breakfast and chit-chatting. And then Wednesday was the day that we celebrated my friend's birthday. Her birthday was the 20th. And so Wednesday we met up at a local coffee shop and we just had a ball. We laugh and we giggle, and we always draw attention to ourselves. So we have to have a silly pictures and serious pictures, which I won't share because I didn't get their permission. But I do have clips I'll post of the inside of the coffee shop, so you'll see different things in the coffee shop. And then you'll see there's a black hand sanitizer machine in one of the pictures. If you look real closely on top, somebody left a little yellow duck. Excuse me while I slide down when I'm holding them. But it was the cutest little thing. We didn't notice it when we went in, but when we were going out, I threw my coffee cup away, and right above was a hand sanitizer machine with this little, I mean, it's tiny. So apparently in the area that I'm at, they leave rubber ducks and ducks. I did not know that until a friend of mine shared on Facebook. On her Jeep, every once in a while, she gets a rubber duck. So I'm not sure. Let me know if you've heard of that and what is the reasoning. It's just beautiful, though. I love ducks. I love real ducks, and I love any kind of duck. I think ducks are beautiful. So I thought that was so cute. And so you'll see a video or a picture of that. You'll see pictures of the coffee shop, and then you'll see just a small video clip of right outside some of the old buildings in the little town. I don't have a lot of crochet things to share. I will post a picture of a little, it's like a treat cup. It's just real small. I crocheted it with yellow and hot pink yarn, and I put 2 strands of the yarn together to make it thicker to stand up better. I was going to do the rabbit ears so that you could tie the rabbit ears together to keep your treats inside, but I just didn't leave myself enough time. I do that to myself. I'll start a project and I'm real gung-ho and I want it done like that. And so I was preparing to leave to go somewhere, and I thought, I just want to get it done. So I didn't take time to do the ears, but what I done was I crocheted a little handle, so it looks like just a little basket. I started with I don't like the magic circle. I just have not got into using the magic circle. So what I done was I chained 5, I joined with a slip stitch, then in the round 1, I done 2 double crochets in each stitch around, made it 10, and then from the 10 I done the next round 2 double crochets in each of those stitches, and it was 20. So once I got it to the 20, I held out. I made it as wide of the circumference as I wanted it on the bottom, and then I went in the back loop only for the next round. You've got to decide how big you want your base to be. Then what I done was, when I was ready to make the part that stands up, I went in the back loop only for one round. And then the following rounds, I think I had 12 total rounds. But for the following rounds, I just went through both loops and got to the top. And like I said, there's a point where you can crochet your little bunny ears and then tie them together. But I didn't want to fool with that. I didn't have time, and I was gonna make 2 of them, one for each of my friends that I was meeting up with. But after the first one, I thought, I don't really have time. I'm just gonna save it for another day. I don't know, I just heard talking, so I don't know if Siri was trying to warn me. I don't know, but I heard Siri talking, so it must have been coming through my watch. But that's been my week. We had a friend that passed, so Tuesday we went to the funeral home for that. And so it's been kind of a busy week. We had work done upstairs over the weekend on Saturday. We had some sheetrock mud. We had some electrical work done in the basement and an item put in the basement. So my son has spent the week reorganizing some of his things in the basement, his tools and just various things that we've got down there. Christmas ornaments, things like that we store in the basement. So I've just not done, the only crocheting I have done this week whatsoever was the little basket. So that was kind of a trial thing, and I enjoyed making it, so I'm sure for Easter that I'll do some more. There's some cute coaster tutorials on YouTube that I would love to do. There's some bunnies, chickens, I think maybe a duck. Whoops, pigs. He just slid halfway off my lap. But yeah, there's several things I'd love to do. I've got my setup in the basement done. It's just getting down there. And so right now with the work being done, and we're expecting puppies. So I just, I don't like taking them down there because they get into things they shouldn't, and we're trying to keep her stress-free. We didn't really know till about a couple of weeks ago that she was actually going to have babies, and so that's been just keeping her calm and stress-free. It wasn't planned. So, excuse me. Sorry, my allergies have just really, for the last couple of days, I guess, it's just really wreaked havoc, which there's things blooming and getting ready to bloom. Some people call them daffodils. We always call them buttercups, but they're blooming, and so I'm sure there's lots of other things getting ready to bloom. But yeah, we've just had a busy week, so I'm hoping to do some crocheting. What are you working on? I have started, as I've mentioned in previous videos, the rectangle granny Afghan blanket. But I've almost decided to put that on hold, and I'm bad to do that. But I have been seeing, some call it the mitered square blanket, and some call it the log cabin. I like the log cabin because to me it reminds me of the quilted version of the log cabin. and it is gorgeous. The girl I'm following, and check her out because I love her tutorials. She has some of the best tutorials. Play Hooky with Me is the name of her channel. I love her tutorials. She also does a spiral, and you can leave it round and make the round circles and make it as big as you want it, or you can make each one a square. She teaches you how to do the 2 colors or the 3 colors or the 4 colors, how to join them in. You use stitch markers, you mark your, it is so enjoyable to watch her. I love it because she makes it so easy to follow her. She doesn't have the background music and all that. She doesn't have the words written across the screen that I can't follow because they're too tiny. Because most of the things I do it from my cell phone. I have 2 tablets. I have a kind of a small tablet, and then I have a larger one. But predominantly I use my cell phone because it's easier to sit and hold and watch tutorials. So her tutorials are wonderful. Play Hooky with Me. Now the bunny things that I'm wanting to make is a bunny pouch, and her channel is Repeat Crafter Me. Repeat, C-R-A-F-T-E-R, Me. She makes the cutest bunny pouches. They're super cute. You make the shape of the bunny, and then in the back of it, you make a pouch to put your treats, your gift cards, your treats, whatever in that, money, whatever. It's just so cute. They're so cute. And she makes the easiest little bunny tail. She just makes a bauble out of the white yarn, and then she sews it into. They're adorable. So check her out. Check Play Hooky with Me. She is wonderful. You will love her tutorials. She does some of the prettiest tutorials. And I found another blanket this morning. I shouldn't watch YouTube because I find all these things I want to make. And so then it distracts me from doing what I need to be doing because I'm watching all these videos on how to do what I want to do. She calls it, and I will have to look her up again. Emma Makes, I think is hers. Emma Makes, E-M-M-A Makes, I believe is her channel. She calls it the Wave blanket, but other people call the Wave blanket like the chevron or the you know what I'm talking about, the granny clusters and all that. So I'm not really sure what you would call it. It's beautiful. Check her out though, Emma Makes, and it's the Wave Stitch blanket tutorial. She makes it easy. So I would love to do that. I have seen that for a long time, but some of the people I had followed doing it, they didn't go slow enough for me. Emma goes slow enough that you can follow what she's doing, because you'll do so many stitches, what we say in the US, single crochet, and then so many double crochets, single crochets, double crochets, and you'll have like a block, and then you come back along the top of that and you repeat that. When you change your colors, I think you do it opposite. You do your doubles on top of your singles. Follow her video. It's Emma Makes, and it's the Wave Stitch blanket. But I have rattled on so much. I have been trying to download a video, excuse me, for a couple of days now. Let me know if you're having trouble with YouTube. I had the video almost downloaded last night, but it was hours and hours that I sat with YouTube running in the background to keep the app open, hoping it would download faster. I would get to the last 1% of the processing, and then it just never did completely download. It was a long video. It was probably 50 minutes, and then it had the little video clips at the end. So today's video, I'm just gonna do the 2 little video clips together, and then I'm gonna put the other pictures and little clips in there, but I'm not gonna add any music, and I'm gonna see if that's quicker. The other one, I had some real low music playing during the coffee shop scenes and the outdoor scenes. So I'm going to try it without the music, and we'll see. But let me know if you've been experiencing trouble. I was watching another YouTuber the other day, and she said it took hours to get her video downloaded. So I'm not sure if it's the internet just being a booger or if it's YouTube being a booger. I'm not sure. So let me know if you've experienced any problems downloading videos to your social medias. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Crochet with Lulu on Facebook. I do have an Instagram. I've got to find out what I'm called on there. I don't remember. I've had it for several years, but I very rarely upload anything to that. The last couple of times I tried to upload something to it, it sent it to my Facebook. And so I wasn't sure what I punched or what I done. They're so restless. It seems like he's more restless than her. But everybody have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be kind, do good deeds to other people. If you have homeless shelters in your area, find out what they need. If you have veteran services in your area, find out what they need. Your schools, find out what you can do. In our area, we have several little, they're library boxes, and you can take books out and you can put books in. Those are so nice. And then some of the areas have actually where you can leave toiletry items and canned food items. So that's really nice. I wish we had one in our area that had crafting supplies. In some places, I believe Canada and some of the northern states maybe have the boxes that you put actual craft supplies in. Like if you wanted to put a paint kit, you know, you could put the I'm just gone blank, the canvas, the paints, the brushes, all in a baggie and put it in there. I seen one girl, she was going to different ones leaving yarns, but she was also getting kits because they were actually leaving a full kit, like a pattern, yarn, the hook. It was so nice, and I thought, oh, I wish we had that in my area. So I think I'm going to see who I need to contact about getting the boxes and setting them up. I would love that. I think that would be so cool, you know, to go by and leave craft supplies. And I think that would just be so neat. My yarn has history, I call it, because I've got yarns that I've had probably 30-something years, and then I've had people gift me a lot of their yarns that they've had for a long time. And a friend of mine a few months ago gave me a skein of yarn. It was used, and I loved it. It was variegated, and it was some of the colors like that was popular in the 60s and 70s. And it was her husband's grandmother's yarn. And I loved it. I loved it. So for Christmas, I made her some tree spinners to put on her tree. And then she can use them for tassels or whatever, or just bring them out at Christmas. But I loved it because that has a history. And he was a friend of mine in school. So, you know, it's a double whammy. And I love that. So, you know, do things that, gift things to people like that, that means something to you. if it's just a ball of yarn, you know, scrap yarns, put a bunch in a little bag and say, I hope you enjoy this, and leave it in an area where, I think what would be nice is in the hospitals, if more people done things like that. I know in some hospitals they do the snacks. You know, they'll have a little bag and they'll have snacks and the prayer squares. People will crochet or quilt the prayer squares. All kinds of things. So I think it would be neat if in hospitals, if they put a little sewing kit, like you can get them at the dollar, I call it the $1 quarter tree. You know, just the little square things. It's got the little scissors, the threads, the thimble, safety pins, and then maybe put 2 or 3 fat quarters in there and a larger pair, you know, of the blunt scissors that's safe, that kids won't hurt themselves. But I think that would be just so nice. Or give them to the nurse's station and say, if you have a patient that needs a kit, a crochet kit or a sewing kit or whatever. I just think that would be so nice. So let's do what we can. As Nick Knowles says on DIY SOS in the UK, one person can't help everybody, but everybody can help one person, and that's what it takes. Meet your neighbors. I've got some neighbors that's moved in across the street that I want to meet, and let her know that, you know, hey, if you need anything, holler. I love meeting people. So everybody have a wonderful, safe weekend. Stay warm. Be kind. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Is that for here?
You walk by instead of